that ageism and sexism is alive and well in my complex. And here is why. So I know, first of all, in the news, this is kind of what made me think of it. There was a news anchor, and she's about 58 years old, and she dyed her hair for a while, but she decided to go gray, and she was fired from her job. Apparently for that reason, her boss quit his job after that, like stepped down, and saying, and people are saying, I don't know what you're talking about. But there are news anchors that are men that have gray hair, and that's, distinguished. It looks great, on them. But there's something different with women, obviously. And in my complex, there are little boys, they're about 10 years old, and teenage girls or tweens or whatever, maybe. And they're very saucy if you tell them that, they're breaking the rules for the complex because their parents aren't around, so we kind of have to parent them. And if a man, like the staff at my complex, says something, or my 70-year-old neighbor, who's a man, says something, they run like flies. But if a 70-year-old woman, a friend of mine, says something, they call her an old lady, and they're screaming it at the top of their lungs. And it's disgusting, because we're only concerned. They're climbing on structures that are like 8 feet tall, that have no sides, they could fall off. And also, they're climbing on upper level structures, like above, rooftops, 1 floor up, but they're climbing precariously, and they're right close to the edge. And they're kids, and they're bored, and when I was a kid, I was running around without my parents as well, but we used to sometimes play tag and go in people's backyards, and we also used to go to the park. We had a really nice park. The park here is rather small, so, there are kids in the park, but anyway, it's hard, but I just kind of, what I did, though? I posted on the neighborhood app that's soon to be gone about this, thinking, asking a shout out for all the ladies if they ever had this issue on a complex or something like that. And I've heard that they have. Women are saying that they almost get hit by a car by these kids, go and follow them home, and the parents just laugh, right? However, when I just put that on the neighborhood app just now, the same app, I did a shout out to women, and 3 men commented with laughing faces. So if the men want to laugh about this, then it kind of proves my point. But it's sad that, people are hurting, so they hurt other people. And, parents, where do they get this? My thing is, where do the kids get disrespect with their elders and with women? With women particularly. Like, we do have a lot of people from just multiple cultures, but I'm not saying that these particular kids were one of them. It just seems to be everywhere, and it's just really sad. So I guess if you're a parent, please teach your kids. And I know if you're dealing with abuse, and the male parent is abusing the female, this can affect the children. And I was a product of abuse myself. That's why I post narcissism videos, and I try and not to get rid of my mom, but to befriend her, because she's all I have as far as I don't have a lot of relatives and stuff like that. I do have friends, luckily, but anyways. And I love my kitties.